Tempest. Bet that was a good pub in its day. Or is it still a good pub? Oh, we'll set off in seconds, what a good start. Well, good afternoon, YouTube. It's just turned 1 o'clock. I should be at the barn. And nothing's turned out right. I got up to leave the house at about 12 o'clock. Get myself ready. Get my gear out. I was going to leave at 15:15 because I needed fuel, so brought the bike out, shift the car, get it out the bloody way. Bob Smithy here. Turn the bike on. It said half a tank. I thought I needed fuel for this. I thought, I'm starting, I'm not, rush was over. So I finished my cup of tea, started to the wife and said, oh, I'll have to stop for fuel. Anyway, so I left about 25 past, plenty of time. Because I don't want to stand around waiting for Adam, he's always late being a young lad. Look at me bloody... Something's open here. I can never find him on this helmet. So set off, gets to Harwood, traffic about say a mile long, but it seemed like that. Anyway, temporary traffic lights, 4-way ones. Took forever, got myself to the front of the queue. Oh, before I get there, jumping the gun, before I get there, I noticed as I set off from the house, it wasn't half a tank, it had gone down to 0 and it was flashing on 4 point something miles. So in other words, I've gone onto my reserve and done 4 point something miles, so I had to fill up. Well, flipping it, gonna be late now. Anyway, so I get to the Harwood, it's like I'm making it up. So gets to Harwood, gets into Morrison's to fill up, can't fill up. It was full of cars queuing up for fuel. Thought, what's going on here? So I comes out of Morrison's, thought I'm not going back up to the main road, I'll never get out. So I come the back way out of Morrison's, turns right, it's a dead end. Every day's a learning day. Turns around, comes to the top. 20 mile an hour speed limit, I've got 2 cars in front of me doing 20 mile an hour. So I thought, it's not, I'm going to be late now anyway. I thought not worth risking. You can't see that, but it's a lovely view from here. Rivington Pike, top of the hill. Yeah, so I'll come out of there. Need fuel desperately then by this time, so anyway, on the 404, Citroen Diane in front. I like them. I wouldn't mind one. My kind of car. Rockbox. Yeah, so I come out there, goes and gets myself fuel. So fuel cost me £16 to fill up. I thought as soon as I have to fill up, I better buy Adam a cup of tea, and I spent it now, he's got to buy them. Oh, they'll have bought them. Out you having? Hey, is it there waiting for me? Well, nice that white Vree-Strom, isn't it? So that polo coming up then, with his right indicator on, and that happened to me once before, and he started to turn right before he got to the mini roundabout. What a cheeky bugger! And he was giving me a full fill up, so I pointed at the mini roundabout, and I thought that lad was going to do it then to me. Oh look, bit of luck now. Back brakes squealing a bit. Diane's turning right, it's nice, isn't it? Nice nick that. Sneak fruit lights. So today it's turned out to be a bit of a sad one as well. I'd not realised. And I got my motorcycle news there at home. I'd not even looked. In fact, a pit fell out with it. So I'm not as keen as I used to be by a mile. I used to read every page, every letter, let alone page, every word in it, paragraph. So as I used to be before I got back into bikes at the age of 60. I used to be the bloke at work that didn't have a bike but knew more about bikes than all the lads that had bikes on. And I used to get quite a few rides on them. Little ride outs that kept me in for 30 years really, kept me in me hand in. Especially a lad called Bob Brown, he seemed to have great delight in asking me to have a ride of his bike when he bought a new bike. Mainly because he started riding bikes, he had no idea at all. So I took him under hand and give him a few tips. The XE175 his first bike, and I remember having a little ride on that. I thought, Jesus Christ, it was a lot of go for a little engine, wheelie machine. It was great fun, but for a learner rider it's a bit lethal really. And he set off in the garage where we worked, and nearly first thing he did was nearly slam it into the side of a bus because he was showing off, but it's a bus depot full of diesel. I have actually come to grief in there myself through another biker on an MZ 250 trying to beat me out of the depot, slamming on at the gate and falling off right in front of me, and I had to literally step off my bike. Happy days. No bloody traffic lights. And second gear again. There we go, James, you're getting his own habit. Yeah, so Paul Brown, yeah, every time he got a bike, and I can't remember, I had quite a few to be honest. I think my favourite was his ZX 1100 Kawasaki. That was a cracking bike, and then he traded that in for a Fireblade, which I thought was really good. But on my little test route I used to go on, it was scared the living daylights out of me, to be honest. That 60, it used to just drop into the bends. You know, you get to a bend and you think you're going to pile around it, and it just drop in. You think, Christ almighty. And then I got I'm not 100% sure now, lost the plot. I think it was a Strad 750. That was nice. I think it was that. I know that he got that, and then I left. I went working in Bury. Same firm, just transferred to Bury because it was better for me. But I missed all that, and after that he got an R1, so I never had a go on that. A bit of a pity really, but I should have gone down to see him. And then after his R1 he got a GSX R1000, and that's the last I ever heard of him. About 10 years ago since I've known, and seen it. Well, I know exactly when last time I saw him. It was 11 years ago when I come, no, nearly 11 years ago when I come back to biking, because I had my Bonneville, and I saw him in Moston. So we had a chat. I think it was a Saturday. I don't know whether he split up with his wife or something, but he sold his house and went and lived with his dad in a high-rise council flat, which he absolutely loved actually. So here we are at the bar, and that got round, muttering about nothing, instead of talking about what to talk about really. And so he opened my Motorcycle News, and there it was, centre pages, tribute to Phil Reed. Good old Phil. Like he said, he didn't care if nobody likes him or Loved him, so long as he got talked about. So I'm talking about you, Phil. And he was a classy bloke, you know. A classy rider. He looked good on a bike. He was good on a bike. Nobody talks about him because nobody sort of liked him really. He wasn't popular with media or out like that, but he was good. But the best, I've seen race a lot of transatlantic trophy meetings and quite a few. I've seen him quite a few times racing. Oliver's Mount. I think Graham Calvert was marshalling there or something. Must have been. Oh no, he's on the ambulance, wasn't he? But I saw him there with Agostini and Barry Sheen. Brilliant times. And rider today, Phil Potter. Phil Potter, yeah. And then he's opened so he finally opens with Motorcycle News this morning. What's he parking there? Plonkers. And there he is, he's died. 1939. So he survived the war. Till now. So I've not read it, I'll read that when I get home, so R.I.P. Phil. The best race I saw him at was 1978, which is actually the time I'm beating Adam there today. If I can dodge these cars, scooters. Who was born in 78. And I saw Phil at the TT in 78 racing Mike Elwood. See where I can go. Where's his bike? Because he'll be here now. Well, in Phil Donner's Club, Mark and the lads are there. I can't see my mate anywhere. So, I'll get back to so Adam's life riding. Should be here. Don't say I'd be. Can't believe that. What is it? Looks like it. Yeah, it is. Look at that. He's lost that much weight. Well, I feel like, oh, look at the CCM. Nice.